Alright, in today's video, some of you guys might agree with me, and some of you guys might say, Floaty, you're the stupidest person in the world, because we're going to be ranking every single fighting style in Untitled Boxing Game, all the way from basic to the new fighting style called Hawk, so it's gonna get pretty interesting. Also, comment down below if you guys agree with my ranking or disagree with it, but without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into this video. Alright, so here we have our tier list maker, alright? So I have every single fighting style in the game, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start. So the first fighting style that we have on our list here, we're starting big. We're starting with Slugger, okay? So yeah, as you guys know, Slugger is a legendary fighting style, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, like, some people have mixed reviews about this, but honestly, I'm just gonna say this now at the beginning of this video. Everything on this list, or everything on this tier list, is all my opinion, so some of you guys might agree with me, some of you guys might disagree. So yeah, I just want to go ahead and make that clear right now. This is all my personal opinion, okay? Bro, to be honest, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put Slugger as a S tier, okay? So let me go ahead and explain, alright? Let me cook, bro, let me cook. So as you guys know, the Slugger style is a pretty slow fighting style, right? It has pretty slow M1s, but the thing that like makes up for it is the M2. So the M2, as you guys know, it's one of the only fighting styles where you could charge the M2. So the longer you hold your M2, the more damage it does. And on certain fighting styles, you could literally break their block just by holding your M2 down. And if they don't block it, it does tons of damage, like tons and tons of damage. So honestly, I think that Slugger is a pretty good choice. That's why I'm putting it as an S tier for now, at least. And yeah, honestly, I feel like Slugger is a pretty good style if you know how to use it correctly. Like, there are some people that use Slugger and they're like, oh look, it's so trash, it's so bad and stuff like that. I think that's probably because they don't know how to use it correctly. Every single fighting style on this list that you guys can see right now, they all have their own unique way of playing. If you don't play the fighting style correctly, you're not gonna be good with it, right? And yeah, let's move on to the next style. And the next fighting style that we have here is called the hands low fighting style. So this is also a pretty new fighting style, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I think this fighting style is good and all. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a pretty decent fighting style, but like compared to all these other epic fighting styles and stuff like that, I don't think it's the best epic fighting style or mythic. Why am I saying epic? Mythic. Sorry, I meant mythic. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put hands low as a A tier for now. Hands low is a pretty good fighting style as well, don't get me wrong. It's a pretty balanced, I should say. I don't know how to really describe it. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty decent, but I wouldn't put it as an S tier. All right, and yeah, let's keep moving on with our list here. All right, so the next fighting style that we have is Ippo. Ippo, in my personal opinion, is probably one of the best mythic fighting styles in this game right now. It's also one of the first fighting styles in the game as well, but I personally think Ippo is a very balanced fighting style. Like, it's fast, it does damage, and it does everything you need a fighting style to do. Like, if you want to play fast, it's there. If you want to do some damage, it's there. If you want to play like I don't know, man, like, you guys get what I'm saying though, right? Like, I feel like Ippo is such a balanced fighting style, like in all categories, that like anybody could use Ippo. So that is why I'm also going to be putting Ippo as a S tier, okay? So like I said, guys, I feel like Ippo is probably one of the most balanced fighting styles in this game right now. It has a good dash, it has good speed, and bro, it's literally good in every single component of fighting style. Like, it has a good speed, it has good damage, it has good dash, like everything, like you name it, like it has a pretty decent of that, okay? So yeah, that is why I'm putting Ippo as a S tier. Yeah, the next fighting style that we have is the wolf fighting style, all right? So the wolf fighting style is a pretty recent fighting style as well, and bro, there's so many fighting styles added to this game now. I'm getting confused, bro. Like, literally every week there's a new fighting style. But yeah, I did hear that they're gonna be adding ranked mode to this game, so like I'm pretty sure like the next update that's coming to Untitled Boxing Game is gonna be ranked mode. And bro, I'm just gonna be saying this right now, I'm gonna be sweating that. Like, my goal is to get on the leaderboard of ranked. But yeah, we're not gonna be talking about that too much in today's video, since today's video is about the tier list, so let's focus on the tier list. All right, honestly, I feel like wolf style is a pretty good fighting style. Personally, like, if you guys watched my video on it, I actually did a video on the wolf style. I spent so much Robux trying to obtain it, and it kind of disappointed me, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, the wolf style is a pretty good fighting style though. But like, there's just one thing I don't really like about it, which is the range. Like, bro, you could like perfect counter somebody or perfect dodge it, whatever you call it. You could perfect dodge them, and bro, you can't even combo extend with that. Like, it has such a bad range. Like, you have to literally get up close and personal to hit them with your M1s. It does have double M2, so you could literally just press your M2 twice and you throw like 2 punches, which is pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, I feel like the M1s and the damage is not that good, dude. I feel like it could be a lot better. The M2s is kind of what like makes me think about it a little bit more, because you have 2 M2s, and the M2s are pretty solid, bro. Like, they do pretty good damage, break the block sometimes, you know. So yeah, in terms of like ranking, I'm trying to like consider everything, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm gonna be putting wolf as a B tier for now, okay? Don't yell at me in the comments, guys, but that's personally how I feel about wolf style from using it myself. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting wolf as a B tier for now. And yeah, the next fighting style that we have is the OG Hitman. So I'm pretty sure this was the first ever legendary. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the first legendary. And bro, when I first started this game, like, bro, I wanted this fighting style so bad just because it was a legendary. But yeah, it is a pretty good fighting style though. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. Like, I feel like Hitman's a pretty solid one as well. It's pretty fast. That's what I really like about it. It does tons of damage and it's fast. So yeah, if you're the type of player to, like, you know, you want to be fast, you want to do some fast attacks that also do a lot of damage, Hitman's probably one of the best fighting styles you could go for. Okay. At the end of the day, it is a legendary style, so like, bro, it's better than other ones. Okay, so at the end of the day, the legendary style does tell you something. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting this as a S tier as well. Not due to the fact it's a legendary. Like, bro, it could be a legendary and still be bad. But yeah, I just feel like Hitman's a pretty good style though. Like, that's just my opinion. It was the first legendary I ever used in this game as well, and I loved it. Personally, I loved it a lot. It's pretty fast. It has a good dodge. It does pretty decent damage. Like, what else could you ask for, right? It has a pretty good ultimate as well. That's something I have to touch up on as well. Like, I haven't been talking about ultimates, but yeah, it has a pretty good ultimate as well. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna be putting that as a S tier. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next fighting style. All right, and the next fighting style that we have is the Hawk style. So this is literally the latest fighting style that has been added to this game, and it is a legendary. And like I said, guys, I'm not biased due to like rankings and stuff like that. Like, it could be a legendary and I could put it as a C tier, dude. Like, it really does not matter. But yeah, I just want to make this clear one more time. Every fighting style is good. It just depends on how you use it and if you know how to use it correctly. So let me just make that clear one more time, okay? So this is all my opinion, and yeah, I just want to make that really clear. But Hawk style, bro, if you guys watched my recent video on the Hawk style, I did say I didn't like it as much, and let me go ahead and explain why in case you guys didn't watch that video. Honestly, guys, I feel like Hawk is probably just like a knockoff version of Trickster. As you guys know, it has a pretty good dodge. Like, don't get me wrong, it has a pretty decent dodge. You can't dash backwards, but you could dodge backwards, which is like pretty OP if you know how to use it and time it correctly. Yeah, I did use it in my last video. It's kind of weird to get used to. It's a pretty weird and unique fighting style, I should say. And yeah, if you have really good timing, you could probably be really good with this fighting style. But personally, I don't really like it as much. It doesn't do a lot of M1 damage. The block is terrible. I forgot to talk about that. It has probably one of the worst blocks in the game. Like, somebody could break your block in like 2 or 3 punches, bro. Like, that's how bad the block is. So you literally have to depend on dashes and dashes alone, dude. Like, you literally have to block or not block. You have to dodge every attack because your block is not going to help you, bro. So honestly, I feel like I'm going to be putting this as a B tier, okay? Right in front of Wolf. Actually, no, I'll put Wolf in front of this, bro. I'm not going to cap. So yeah, I'm going to be putting Hawk as a B tier. That's just how I feel about it. I'm not a big fan of that fighting style. That's not how I like to play. I like being fast. I like being, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it, but that's just not my type of fighting style. So that is why I'm putting it as a B tier, okay? And yeah, let's move on with the next fighting style. And the next fighting style that we have is Trickster. All right, so Trickster, when this first came out, it was so funny because if you guys look at the dash of Trickster, it literally looks like a frog, bro. But yeah, Trickster, I feel like it's a okay fighting style. It doesn't do the best damage, but it does have that weird dash that throws people off. And yeah, you could actually like do a lot of tricks with the M2s as well. Like, I see people land like 4 M2s in a row just because like their opponents don't understand how the M2s work. But yeah, Trickster, honestly, it's a good fighting style and all, but I'm not a big fan, okay? I don't really like it as much. If you want to use this fighting style where you throw people off and you're like, you want to be super countering, if you want to be defensive, okay, that's a better word. I would recommend counter, bro. I'm not a fan of Trickster, so I'm gonna be putting Trickster as a B tier. It has a okay M1. It has an okay block. Dashes are kind of weird. And yeah, but I honestly, I don't think it's a good fighting style in my opinion. If you know how to use it, like I said, it all depends on if you know how to use it or not. Maybe I'm a bad Trickster user. I don't know. From experience, I don't like the fighting style, all right? Also, the next fighting style that we have is the Smash fighting style. So the Smash fighting style is a pretty decent one as well. So yeah, this one's like super aggressive, by the way. Like, you do like a lot of damage and your M2s are pretty heavy. But yeah, like it's okay. Like, I used this before. I just used it once. I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of it personally. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It is a pretty decent fighting style. It does good M1s. It has good M2s. Pretty decent damage. It has a decent ultimate mode as well, or ultimate move, I should say. And yeah, I'm gonna be putting this as a B tier as well, right in front of Trickster. So yeah, I feel like that's pretty fair. And yeah, like there's not much else to it. I'm gonna be putting that right there. And let's move on to the next fighting style, which is Long Guard. So Long Guard's a pretty decent fighting style as well. So Long Guard is probably similar to counter. If you're a type of player that wants to counter a lot and you know, you just want to land those counters and like, you know, just like not be as aggressive, I would recommend long guard. So long guard's a pretty decent one as well. I'm gonna be actually putting long guard as a A tier. I've used long guard a lot, by the way. Like counter and long guard used to be my main like fighting styles like back in the day, bro. So yeah, I feel like long guard's a pretty decent fighting style if you know how to use it correctly. And the thing about long guard and counter, which I see a lot of people make the mistake is they think it's aggressive. Like these fighting styles are supposed to be defensive. Like you want to like abuse your range, you want to abuse your counter, and you want to abuse your speed. I see a lot of people use counter and they use long guard and they think it's like Hitman or something, and they just go into the fight just spamming, and bro, that's just completely wrong, man. Like I said, every single fighting style I'm ranking here has its own unique like way of playing, so if you don't play them correctly, you're probably not gonna like them, bro. So like I said, man, every fighting style is good. I don't really think there's one that's better than the other, but this is just my personal opinion on what I like the best. And yeah, this is my opinion, bro. So I put long guard as a A tier. I think it's a pretty good fighting style, dude. And the next fighting style that we have is corkscrew. So this is one, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I only use this like a few times as well, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of this one, bro. Some people like it, some people don't like it. There's actually a lot of mixed reviews on this fighting style. Personally, I am not a big fan of this fighting style. I don't like it at all. I just feel like it's just not it, man. I don't know. So that is why I'm be putting this fighting style as a C tier, the only C tier, I think. So yeah, that right there, we're putting that as a C tier. Next fighting style that we have is basic. So yeah, everybody knows what basic is. It's literally the fighting style that everybody starts off with. It has the default M1s, default M2s, default M. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna be putting this as a B tier as well, or a C tier. It doesn't really matter, but bro, it's a free one. Everybody has it, man. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting that there. All right, the last and final fighting style that we have here is counter. Counter, in my opinion, is probably one of the best fighting styles in this game, dude. Like I said, it does have its own unique way of playing. If you don't play it correctly, you're probably not gonna like it. But from what I've seen and what I've used, I really like counter style a lot. So I'm gonna be putting this as a S tier, right in front of Ippo. Okay. So like I said, guys, I feel like counter is a really good fighting style. You could bro, like you could. Like, I've hopped into some games before fighting some people that really understand counter style. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I got absolutely destroyed, dude. I could not even land a hit on that guy because, like, bro, those guys understand counters so well. Like, they literally read your mind and you literally cannot hit them at all. Like, they either dodge it or they counter you. So it's really hard to play against if the person that is using it knows how to use it correctly. And yeah, man, I really like this fighting style a lot. You guys are the type of person to, like, not be aggressive and you just want to be like a little bit more passive. I would suggest counter. Counter is a pretty solid fighting style, like insane damage. If you counter somebody, if you like actually counter them, it does like a little boost of damage, I'm pretty sure. So, and if you're the type of player that has really good dashes, if you're the type of player that understands how to counter and stuff like that, bro, use this fighting style, you'll thank me later, dude. So yeah, I think we pretty much went through every single fighting style that is in the game so far. So yeah, that is my official ranking so far. Okay, so as you can see in our S tier, we have Slugger, Counter, Ippo, and Hitman. So that is what I personally believe is one of the best fighting styles in the game right now, in my opinion. And the next category we have is A tier, and in A tier we have hands low and long guard. Okay, and B tier we have Wolf, Hawk, Smash, Trickster, and Basic. And in C tier we have Corkscrew. So yeah, like I said, some of you guys might agree with me, some of you guys might disagree with me, but this is just how I personally feel. And yeah, if you guys did want me to like do a part 2 and just address other things, or if you guys want me to like correct this, or like I don't know, if you guys have any opinions, let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about this tier list. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll go ahead and see all of you guys in the next video.